guys, it's Sarah, and I am here to do my last layout using the February Noel Mignon kit, which is called So Sweet. And this one is going to be a challenge that the design team is doing this week, and we are going to be doing either grid or circle layouts. I'm going to do a grid because I have a ton of these little pictures from the Georgia O'Keeffe Museum, which is in Santa Fe, and we went last year in 2017 and took a bunch of pictures and everything, and Kaylin loved it. It was her first time at an actual real art museum, so she loved it, and I definitely want to document this. So I have all these little pictures that I wanted to put on the page, so that's going to be perfect for a grid. So I'm going to have room to do all that. So what I'm going to do is use this piece of white cardstock from the kit, and I'm going to kind of lay them out a little bit. I'm going to do a big grid. So I'm going to have these in some of the squares, and then I will have some die cuts and other things in some of the other squares. And then I'm probably going to do my journaling around the outside is what I'm thinking, unless I decide to do it inside one of the squares. I'm not sure yet. My initial thought is to do it kind of around. And yeah, I'm about to get started, but I just wanted to go ahead and get on here first and let you guys know that I am pretty positive my scrapbooking funk is lifting because I've been thinking about getting back into my desk and, getting some projects going again. And I've been really, really excited about that and thinking about that and everything. So I think that my slump is coming up and I'm very excited about it. So yeah, I'm hoping to kind of take this next week and get a bunch of stuff done. And I'm really, I'm feeling that, creative urges again. So I'm really happy about it. All right. So for today, let's go ahead and get this layout done.
All right. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to cut down my cardstock by about 1/4 of an inch. And that way that will be what my paper here is going to peek out from and give it a little bit of a border there. And I like just the subtle red around. I think that's really a nice little detail there. Now I have these pictures that are 2 by 2, and some of them it's artwork, some of them is some of the showcases that were at the museum. Kaylin's in a couple of them as well. And I'm going to kind of lay them out where I think I want them to go. And I like kind of the way that they're laying. So I'm going to go ahead and take my ruler and I'm going to draw lines, and I'm going to kind of map out my grid here. And it was pretty easy to do. Just, I had to look at it and make sure it was as straight as I could make it. I'm going to turn it here and then kind of line them up and make some horizontal lines as well. And when I am done with this, I'm going to take my cardstock over to my sewing machine and I'm going to sew those lines. So I'm just going to stitch right on those lines there, and that will end up being my grid. And I really like the way it ends up turning out. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my paper to the back and I'm going to pull all of the thread through. So I'm going through and I'm just using my fingernails and kind of just tugging on them a little bit, and then they start coming through so that all of the ends are on one side. And then I'm going to take this washi tape and tape over the ends there so that they don't come loose or do anything like that. And I'm going to cut off all of the excess thread here. And obviously this is the back. And then when I turn it over, I have a nice machine stitched grid that I can start filling the holes in. And I really like the way that it turned out. All right, I'm going to use a lot of ATG here since I have a lot of texture, and then I have the washi tape as well that I don't want to go anywhere. So I'm just going to make sure I have it nice and stuck down. So that is what it looks like. I'm erasing a couple little extra pencil marks there. And then I'm going to go ahead and put my photos in here. And I really, really like the way this looks. All right, so now I'm going to go through the kit and I'm going to pull out a few things here and there to put into these holes. So I have that large metal frame and I'm going to do some stuff inside that. I have this tag here where I'm going to do my journaling. I have a really large gold heart that has glitter coming everywhere. You guys know how much I love glitter. I kind of hated it, but it's on the layout, so it's fine. I have that chipboard love there, and then also that chipboard doily. I'm going to use these American Crafts little letter stickers to do my title. because they're going to fit nicely into one of those squares as well. And then the chipboard pieces are from Simple Stories. So I'm just kind of looking and, you know, what else do I want to put in here? I'm looking into the kit to see what I could pull out. And while I'm still thinking a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and put my photos down, because I know for sure that I like where those are laying. And I like the spacing of them and everything. So I'm just going to go ahead and put those down first, since those are my main focus. So I got those down. And I'm going to go ahead and cut my tag down as well. I'm only going to do the journaling on one side of it, and I really like the floral on the other side. It adds a nice little pop of color, but it's also very subtle. And then for the top part of that tag that I cut off, I'm going to stick behind that heart there. All right, and so to add a little bit more detail to my photos, I'm going to do a double outline around each photo just with my pen. Nothing fancy, it's just, it'll just add a little bit more grounding to the photos, since they're, you know, kind of lighter photos on top of white cardstock. I wanted them to have a little bit more of an outline. And now I am doing my journaling on this little tag here. And I'm just going to go ahead and start sticking some of this stuff down. So I have that tag that I am putting behind this really large gold glittery heart. Glitter everywhere, I can't stand it. All right, and now I'm going to go ahead and get this chipboard love piece down, and it fits in that square so nicely. I love that part. And then I'm going to go ahead and put this chipboard doily piece down as well. And the metal frame too, which I thought was pretty nice for an art gallery type of layout. You know, nice pretty ornamental frame. And I'm using some red line tape to put this down because this is metal, so my liquid adhesive is not going to work very well on that. So I'm just putting down some of this red line tape. I'm going to take the back off of it, and then I'm going to use my scissors and kind of push some of it so that it's not showing through the open pieces there. So I'm just using my scissors to kind of shove over some of the tape there. All right, so I'm going to get my journaling stuck down too. And I use my pencil there just so that I don't smudge anything because the ink was still drying. And then I found these two pieces here on the chipboard from Simple Stories as well, and I'm going to go ahead and put these down. One of them is a floral here, and then the other one is that key with the flowers on it, and I just thought they went nicely. Added a little bit of pink in here, and the key fits really nicely in that kind of larger box on the bottom. So I really, really like the way that that looks. And I'm going to go ahead and pull out these letter stickers, and I'm writing out my title so that I spell it correctly. And I can kind of gauge what letters are going to be centered as far as, you know, the words. So I'm going to start from the center and work my way out so that they're kind of centered in the middle. And I'm spelling out Georgia O'Keeffe Museum. And then I am going to pull out some of these little word tiles, and these are from Pretty Little Studio. That one says remember this. And then I'm going to add two more. That one says photograph, and then I think I'm going to put one that says daydreaming above that. And then there's a line of hearts as well, and then that one says you have my heart, and then I treasure you, and then I think I'm going to add a little line of hearts up atop, yes, above the, what's it called? The title. And I really like the light blue there because it brings out the light blue and the florals on the tag as well, so it kind of helps tie that in a little bit. And now I'm going to use these again, and I'm going to put the year that we went, so 2017, and I'm adding that right on top of this chipboard doily here. And I believe that's it. I don't think I add anything else. I'm just going to take one last look just to make sure, but I really, really like the way that this turned out. So I have some close-ups here for you, and let me know if you guys have any questions at all. If you have not checked out Noel's kits, I really strongly suggest that you do. I have a link down below so you can go check out her site, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Have a great day. Bye.